All right, guys, welcome into a casual check-in, and boy, oh boy, the New York Knickerbockers are 2 games away from winning the NBA Finals. Boy, what an amazing game 2 we got. Um, we thought the series was going to be pretty good, and boy, these first 2 games have not disappointed. Game 1 obviously was a very close game, but the Knicks pulled it away in the last minute. Game 2 came down to the last shot. Victor Wembanyama, face up jumper. This is stuff you dream about. And that boy could not get it done. Wemby could not get that shot to go in. And the New York Knicks take game 2, 105-104, to take a commanding 2-0 lead on the road. Boy, a lot to unpack in this game. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is winning that matchup. Karl Anthony Towns, Big Purr, Big Bodega, the Dominican, I don't know what, like, whatever nicknames. This guy is winning the matchup, and he is the finals MVP so far. I mean, in the first half, he dominated. 17 first half points. You would wish that Jalen Brunson would kind of get off the ball a little bit because he started stinking up in that fourth quarter down the stretch. He did hit that big shot. Obviously, he missed the free throw down, but he did end up getting that turnover from that Wemby turnover where Stephon Castle turned his back. I don't even put that on Stephon Castle. Wemby was just so quick to get off the ball, and, he's kind of nervous. Dang. You just hate to see it if you're a Spurs fan, man. Wemby didn't even play terrible in this game. He had a terrible first half, only 7 points. Wasn't really impacting the game offensively or defensively, with Cat and the Knicks being able to stretch him out a little bit. But boy, he had a good he had a great second half. 22 points in the second half. Most of it came when the refs decided that, hey, let's make this a close game. Let's get Cat out of here. Let's give him 2 quick fouls so that he has to sit on the bench, and let's let Wemby cook. Because, even though Mitchell Robinson played a good, solid game, obviously Wemby was able to impact the game a little bit more because Mitch isn't, affecting him as much offensively. So, boy, De'Aaron Fox came to play. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox was a guy that was starting to struggle really throughout these whole playoffs, man, and it was getting murky, man. It was getting into murky waters, man. Wemby obviously had a bad game, but Fox was terrible in game 1. Obviously, everybody was calling for a benching. Dylan Harper is playing good, so we're like, all right, get Dylan Harper in this game. Dylan Harper had another good game too, but it was sort of Stephon Castle who had a bad game here. Shot 5 for 14. Got a little flopping going on. It wasn't really benefiting him. The game was really physical. I'm gonna be honest, man. The Spurs were being super, super physical and getting away with a lot of fouls, man. And I'll be honest, I love that the refs let them be physical, but boy, you could see it. These are one of the few games where, as a neutral fan, you could kind of tell that the refs are a little one-sided. Like, the refs were trying their hardest to make this series 1-1 going back to New York. And they had their shot. Spurs had their shot. Last second shot, you had the ball and you ran an action with your 2 best players that game. Wemby and De'Aaron Fox got a good look. Obviously, I don't know why Wemby's shooting a 22-foot face-up jumper when that's not really his game, even though I'm sure he can make it over Mitchell Robinson. That's not the action you want. I thought Fox, that's what you brought De'Aaron Fox to San Antonio for. I thought he should have closed. He was hot. I think you should get a little bit deeper into the paint. I think he just got off the ball too quickly. Both of them kind of didn't really sell that, they were trying to get into the paint or, collapse the defense a little bit. And then you had Stephon Kessel in the right corner with Josh Hart on him. Josh Hart could sag off of him a little bit more if he wanted to. Like, I don't think it was. I'm going to be honest, I can't even put all that on Mitch Johnson. I thought Mitch Johnson could have called a timeout when Wemby had that turnover. To slow those guys down, man, and you could kind of set something up because that you had the tie. It was a tie game, right? Yeah, 104, and you could take a shot to win the game or go into overtime. That's something that you want. You're in the home crowd, so overtime is not the worst thing. You get the last shot, cool. You get a couple cracks at it. But boy, that execution was bad on that last shot from San Antonio. And Wemby, man, Wembanyama, wet bananas, brother. You have been terrible in the clutch the past 2 games, man. And it's kind of sad to see. Now, I'm not gonna say, this is Wembanyama is a terrible player, yada yada yada. He still had a good game. He was a little late to the party. Obviously, Cat being out of the matchup and being in foul trouble helped him out, but you're losing this matchup, wet bananas, and something's got to change, brother. You've got to be able to start the game off a little more impactful. You got to be able to do it, because if you don't, you're going home in 4 games, buddy. You already going to Madison Square Garden. They're about to take you to Rikers Island. That Trump got everybody there going through TSA. You got to bring your Social Security card to the game. Like, Wemby, it's going to be hell in Madison Square Garden. You got to figure it out, man. You got to win game 3, because if you don't, buddy, you made it this far. You can't even be mad. Obviously, he's a young player. He's done well in these playoffs. It's just, man, you came this far. A lot of people, you don't realize it when you're in the moment, but it's really hard to get back. It's really hard to get back. I mean, look at the last 5 NBA Finals matches. Obviously, Knicks, San Antonio, OKC, and Indiana. Before that, you had Dallas and Boston. Before that, you had Boston and before that, you had Denver and Miami, and then you had Boston, Golden State, and then obviously Phoenix and Giannis. Wow. It's just so hard to get back. It's so hard to get back, and it's one of those things where you got to make it count. And one thing, New York is making it count. OG Anunoby is playing fantastic. Mikal Bridges, boy, round of applause, brother. This was your night. You basically couldn't miss. He missed what? 2 shots? Let me see. Mikal Bridges missed 5 shots. Okay, sorry. Mikal Bridges, you missed 5 shots, but still, boy, you played out of your mind, man. And these San Antonio Spurs, man, they've got good players. I thought, they had a 14-0 run to tie the game, and man, they just couldn't close the game, and that's just where that inexperience shows. And right now, as a head coach, obviously Mitch Johnson is an inexperienced head coach as well too. In some aspects, you like to see, let your players play, figure it out for themselves, but you got to protect them from their own inexperience, man. And Mike Brown, you can see Mike Brown is making sure, hey, let's not let these moments get too big for us. Let's slow it down. Let's do this. Boy, Wemby is these best in the world talks, man. You gotta sit these one out, sir. You haven't been impactful as you've wanted to be in these past 2 games. So, I think this series should be over. I think obviously if Knicks get one of these next 2 at home, it's gonna be pretty much over because the Garden. If they win the first game game 3 in the Garden, it's gonna be over. If they win game 3, this series is over. Obviously, Obviously, you want to hope that Wemby could be the first player ever to come back from down 3-0, and that will just add to the lore and everything. It's not happening, bro. That's not gonna happen. So, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be so interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting because this is a series, man. We thought. I mean, that was the game for San Antonio to have. Go down 1-1. You could figure out winning 1 that in New York, but they didn't do it, man. Landry Shamet continues to hit shots. Jalen Brunson, obviously, you got to get more shots to Cat in that 4th quarter, man. We get it. You the closer. You tied the game 104, but and you ended up getting the game-winning free throw. But boy, let Cat get some more shots, man. Give Cat the ball a little bit down the stretch. Move the ball a little bit more. Um, but hey, you win the game, so it is what it is. I thought Mitchell Robinson was great too. Man, Miles McBride, he didn't really contribute much, but Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, they put on basically their starters. Josh Hart was in foul trouble, didn't score anything. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, but he didn't really do much. But going to the San Antonio side, San Antonio, Devin Vassell played a little better. Champagnie didn't really get to do much this game. I'm surprised that's one of the guys I'd have out there and closing the lineup. You got to have another shooter out there. They had 3 non-shooters, really. They had Harper, Castle, and you can really say De'Aaron Fox, obviously. It's just, you don't want that out there, right? You want to give your guys some space to close, just the threat of it, Dylan Harper had another fantastic game, man. 6 for 12, had 15 points. I don't know, man. They've got to figure this out, man. It's kind of hard when you got 3 guards. That's why I think San Antonio is going to move these guys in the offseason. They don't necessarily have to, because obviously the second apron isn't haunting San Antonio just yet. They're going to sign Wemby to that contract extension, sure. But the only guys really making money is De'Aaron Fox and then obviously Devin Vassell for the next couple of years. So I don't know, man. They're going to have to figure this out because game three is going to be a New York, man. New York is about to be on fire, man. I do hate the fact that Trump's going to this game because you're kind of making it hard. They can't even have watch parties outside the game now. It's all because of TSA, Secret Service, all this. Trump, we get it. You're from New York. Yeah, you want to show up. Let these guys have it, man. But it's starting to become a distraction. I hope New York, it doesn't distract them as they're playing. I hope the fans get there early and get in the game and fill the seats so that they can feel this from the start. Like this game, the arena, the whole atmosphere is just fire. So hopefully that's that game is going to be crazy, man. That's going to be crazy. I'm praying for the Spurs in that one, man. It's going to be interesting, man. But where do you go from here if you're San Antonio, man? Wemby, you got to make an impact early on in the game. You're the best player. You got to get these guys going. You got to be able to win your matchup in the first half. If Cat's winning that matchup in the first half in Game 3 again, it's a 3-0 lead. It's a 3-0 lead for New York. So I don't know, man. They're gonna have to figure this one out. I thought, you got 2 bad games from Jalen Brunson. If you're San Antonio, if you said, hey, Jalen Brunson would be 19 for 56, I think he is, in the first 2 games, you'd be like, oh my gosh, we're probably up 2-0. But no, you're down 2-0 if you're San Antonio, and you're probably gonna get a great Jalen Brunson game at home, or a great Cat game again at home, or another Miles McBride, or another Mikal Bridges, Miles McBride, Landry Shamet, all these guys. Josh Hart's probably going to start hitting some threes at home. That's not what you want if you're San Antonio, and that's the hole that they've dug themselves into, and it is just almost impossible. No team has ever done it. No team has ever lost the first 2 games at home in the finals and went on to win the series. 95 Magic lost to Chicago, and the 93 Suns lost to Chicago. The 93 Suns lost to Chicago. The 95 Magic lost to Houston. So, yeah, man, I think it's gonna be interesting. I just want to see another good game, between these guys. I think obviously I had the Knicks winning in 6. I don't even think it gets to 6 now. This is crazy. I thought, hey, man. This just goes to show you Wet Bananas is not ready for the. I'm not gonna say he's not. When you look at the PRA, the guy's averaging 27, 12 or whatever, or 20. What is he averaging? 27, 9 and 3 or something. Stats wise, obviously, but impact wise, if you're watching this game, Wemby obviously had a terrible game 1, even though he scored 26, all that from the free throw line. And this game, he had another bad game. I think if Wemby closed the game better, obviously it'd be something to look past as far as his impact in the first half, because obviously you won the game, you closed it, you made the second half, matter. But he just failed to do that. So, New York is going into the Garden with 2 cracks to take a, oh my gosh, man, this is crazy, man. New York, man. New York is 2 games away from winning NBA championship, man. We'll see what happens in Game 3. We'll try to get back to you guys after Game 3 and recap that one. We'll see if San Antonio is able to force a Game 5, or if they're gonna be on the ropes down 3-0. So let's see what happens, guys. We appreciate you. Casual check-in. Yeah, man. Wow. I'm just shell shocked, man. The New York Knicks 2 games away from winning the NBA championship, and Cat is probably your Finals MVP right now. So, as a Minnesota fan, obviously, I love to see it. Obviously, everybody, wants you to think, hey, a guy leaves Minnesota, he wins the championship. That's a thing. If you're not named Jimmy Butler, obviously, but it's let's go Knicks, I guess. Let's go. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Casual check-in. We'll see you after Game 3. Let's go.